25, the drive will begin there. We'll stop it here. We have an injured Viking to tend to. Not something you want to see in the opening minute of the game. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. It's the first run of the game for Bijan Robinson. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. Blake Cashman up from the linebacker's spot to make the tackle. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Penix. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Dixon in punt formation.
Returnable from the 17. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. Here's the Minnesota offense taking the field for the first time. They are led by the man who led Michigan to the national championship in 2023, quarterback J.J. McCarthy.
Well, I don't think that stat line last week had him up for any sort of awards. If I had to guess, he'd much rather have a modest game in a win as opposed to throwing for a bunch of touchdowns in a loss. Biggest thing that he did, Mike, he took care of the ball. As long as he continues to do that, we're going to have a chance to keep on winning.
And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. 3rd down and 3. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
And the Vikings, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, here's McCarthy. Moving left. Now he'll run it.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
He'll run. This is Mason. And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chain.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good run. 3rd and short, 4th and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate points.
McCarthy to the air on 2nd down. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8.
A gain of 9 yards.
Right side, and is brought in by Felton. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
A run. And here's Mason. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
They'll try to sneak it here. And he is going to have a Vikings 1st down. At least at first glance. They'll spot the football just beyond the marker. And they convert on 3rd and inches.
Vikings, 1st down.
On the ground is Mason. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A pickup of 12 yards. 1st down, Minnesota.
1st down. A gain of 12. And the Vikings 1st down.
They'll stay on the ground.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but that's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical game here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. Mason. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Flushed to his left.
Coming into the game, this is something defensively you have to be aware of. This quarterback gets a chance and he sees some daylight. He's going to try to take it in on his own. But not in this case. They were quick to react, stop him short. Now bring...
And he's able to get the ball across the goal line. He's in. J.J. McCarthy. Touchdown, Minnesota. It's his 4th rushing touchdown of the year. Certain quarterbacks have a knack for that, and he finds the space to get in the end zone for the touchdown, Greg.
Yeah, just a good old-fashioned quarterback sneak. Kind of a play that's taken the league by storm. Not necessarily the tush-push like we see up in Philly, but just as effective here, Mike.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. A return now from the 4. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Falcons offense going to take over now for the 2nd time. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 40-yard line.
And the Falcons, 1st down.
We're going to go play action with Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, but he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
So backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, here is Penix. That is brought in. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. 7-0 is our score. Greg and I back in Atlanta after this. The Falcons have it to start quarter number 2. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20 as we are ready to get back underway. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
14 more yards. That's another Falcons 1st down.
They'll run with Robinson. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Bijan Robinson. Touchdown Falcons. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Justin Jefferson and this Vikings offense heading out for their next possession. And he is right up there amongst the league leaders when it comes to receiving yards by a wideout this year. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
And the Vikings, first down.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
A gain of 10 yards. That's another Vikings first down.
McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. This pass, right side, going to be caught by Addison. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a run at the gut. And that'll give him the 1st down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
A gain of 3 yards. That's another Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
That's quickly out to Jefferson. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game. On 1st down, they pick up 7 yards.
At the 14-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 3.
Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. That's into the hands of Aaron Jones. Tough running there in the red zone. He did not want to go down. And he picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
Here's a run.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Good blocking, and he's in. Jordan Mason, touchdown Vikings.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Reichard good with the extra point. So the Vikings will move out to a 14-7 lead. Reichard out now following the touchdown as he kicks this one away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The drive will begin here with a run by Robinson. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7. Here's Penix. In trouble, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen getting in to record his 9th sack of the year.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
Now Penix on 3rd and long. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force 4th down.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
It's Riley Dixon coming on now. He'll punt for the 2nd time after hitting a beauty in his first effort. This one fielded out beyond the 25. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Now here's Aaron Jones. He'll work forward for a couple. Big Sheldon Rankin in there for the stop.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8.
Little play action here with McCarthy. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. Looks like we have an injured Falcon on this play. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, it's a throw for McCarthy. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Divine Diablo.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The Falcons offense headed back to take over once more. They've got great starting position with a short field as they try to get back in this one. It is 1st and 10. Throwing is Penix. Left side in the hands of London. And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
It's a pickup of 3.
It's a give up the middle to Robinson. And he's going to pick it up, take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
7-yard gain. And the Falcons, first down. 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Looking to throw, it's Penix. Good work there defensively. Knocked it away, and that pass falls incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts.
Jay Ward on the cover.
And it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Here's Penix. He's got his man. It's Mooney. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
It's going to be 3rd. They need 1. The zone read. This is Penix. And I don't know. I'm not sure he got there. I think they're going to mark him short. And now it is 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Penix. He gets this one to Moore. And he's going to have the first down. Aggressive call there. Works out as they convert on 4th down. And he's in. Kyle Pitts. Touchdown Atlanta. His 4th TD grab of the season. Extra point by Pinheiro is good. And the Falcons will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. This taken at the 5. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They'll work in a tie game here in the 2nd quarter and get started with 1st and 10. From the gun, here's McCarthy. That's to the outside. He's got Jefferson. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
Gain of 10 yards. And the Vikings, first down.
On 1st and 10, it's McCarthy. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. He was looking for T.J. Hawkinson on that ball. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. So after 2 straight incompletions, here's 3rd and 10. Looking for Jefferson deep downfield. This one batted in the air and intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates.
I'm a big fan, Mike, of quarterbacks willing to take chances. I don't want my guys sitting there scared to throw the ball downfield. But as always, it does come with a little bit of balance. He tried to get that one all in one throw and just doesn't get quite enough pace on it, and it ends up going the other way.
They go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Robinson. And he'll move it out of harm's way. A gain of 3 up to the 4-yard line. 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll go again with Robinson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this 2nd quarter. They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Halftime coming up. We'll get you down to Scott Hanson, our EA Sports halftime report. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Vikings offense going to have the first crack at it as we begin this 3rd quarter. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. He'll start this drive with 1st down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. To the right side, he's got Hopkinson, his tight end. 2nd and 10.
He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. The throw on the run is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Setting up to throw is McCarthy. He's got his tight end, Hopkinson. His 2nd catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a 1st down. Throwing again is McCarthy. The pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. What do the coaches say? Just play the next play. And that's exactly what they did.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. To throw, it's McCarthy. This one caught by Felton. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
A gain of 8 brings up 3rd.
Here's McCarthy. Set up the screen with Hawkinson. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st.
Act your age, ain't just the barbers where you catch a fade. Face covered, cutting through your garden like a masquerade. Before I catch a L up, catch a plane. I probably you before I your chain. Switch it. To us, broski went and you better fix her up.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Atlanta, Georgia, where Freddie Falcon soars from the rafters inside the beautiful. Of the NFL season are complete. What works in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
There's a lot of good to watch in the game last week, wasn't there? I mean, he did throw 2 touchdown passes. That was impressive. And he's so close, isn't he? The 3 interceptions killed him and his team. That was costly. If he just cleans that up a little bit, there's a reason for optimism with this team and this passer.
Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 17 carries, 66 yards.
Just an all-right day from him last week. He really didn't break out for the huge yardage he had hoped going in.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at 3rd down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback, too.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback.
We're seeing it more and more in this league, how teams love to have athletes back there taking the snaps, guys who can throw it and move around and get yards with their legs if needed. He's one of the best examples that we see out there right now. He can throw for hundreds of yards one week and then run for 100+ the next. He adds an extra dimension that really confounds defenses when he puts it all together.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
15 yards on the play. And the Vikings
looking to throw McCarthy. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory.
That's another Vikings first down. It's a gain of 17 yards.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Quickly to Addison here. They'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. There go play action. Here's McCarthy. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Now McCarthy. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. The Vikings at 7-5 now in the year. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
It's a gain of 4. And it's 3rd down.
3rd down from the gun, McCarthy. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
That's another Vikings first down.
They'll run. This is Jordan Mason. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Field record on for the Vikings field goal. A 22-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
Well, credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So for the 2nd time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And a 3 and out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out of a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive.
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It's another first down. I want to be a gain of 21 yards.
That's another Falcons first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Robinson up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. This defense for the Vikings, they were very good in the win last week against Jacksonville.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
Up 3rd and 4.
In motion, the tight end. Looking to throw, Penix. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
That's another Falcons first down.
On first and 10, it's Robinson. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Falcons first down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
And looking to throw, Penix. Mr. Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The visitors' offense, led by their wide receiver, headed out for their second possession. And he's been a tough guy to contain this year, and his numbers reflect that, as you can see right here. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. Throwing is McCarthy. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Jalen Walker make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's Lee Headley on now to punt the football. Back deep is a very dangerous Mike Hughes. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fielded just inside the 30. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back now in Atlanta, second quarter action. The Falcons with the football. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that last drive was very, very balanced, very methodical. You think they'll go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play out.
them and grown. Swiping, no swiping. These be stealing my tones, stealing the chops like the that I'm on. I might go Vincent, skeleton bone. You know a like me get cold. Icing out everything I own. Kick from the bottom, I brought my twin with me just like feeling Leo. These up, watch me on replay, just like it's a real. You know I stay real. I could feel. I might go yellow or black on Margiela. I cut through the paper, I'm killing the bill. She stuck like a post. Sit in the corner, I'm rolling my cause I heard these little out here wanna. When you start earning, they be like, give me. When you start turning, just like they tell me. What y'all mad at B for? Why? Cause I'm pulling these things like Lenny. Rock out soon as I get on the stage. Open it up, we about to rage. Yeah. Can't be my equal, girl, we not the same. Everything pretty, I do what I do. 17 drop when I step in the room. Yeah, watch it, I know that wasn't cool. We don't go.
Has it all teed up. Monday night prime time is underway. Returning it from the 4. He stopped on the run back at the 27. To the Packers offense, getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the Utah State product and former first rounder back in 2020, Jordan Love.
Two numbers that a lot of people were focused on from his performance last week. That would be 3 and 0, as in touchdowns and interceptions. That's a quarterback who was efficient, aggressive in the right spots, and took great care of the football. And, of course, he cares less about those two numbers. He's more about the alphabet, like that letter W, picking up the win in that ball game.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well, this late in the year, Brock, just about every team in the league, as we all know, is battling some injury woes, and these guys are no exception.
It's an unfortunate byproduct of any sport, but especially the trauma involved in this sport. You're going to lose guys over the course of the season. And the later in the season you're dealing with injuries, the more the depth of your roster is so tested. And now it's time for those lesser-known names to make their name.
On 4th down, it's the veteran Tress Way who's out for the punt. And he'll punt it away to end a disappointing opening drive. Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
And all those touchdowns he had last week, Kate, he traded every one of them in exchange for a victory. It's team over individual for him. So even though he himself is coming off the exact type of showing you want, that kind of efficiency usually wins you games. You're not happy about it. And he will be focusing on rectifying these things here.
He picks up 15 on the play. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Mason gets it from the gun. Good little whip there. Looks like about 6. That was Xavier McKinney that time with the tackle. Look at his numbers on the ground from last week here. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. On play action now, McCarthy. He's going to try to drop it in deep right. This is caught inside the 15. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
And the Vikings, first down.
They're running the option, short side. That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. That's caught at the 4. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2, McCarthy. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get a perfect start. They've gone up 6-0. It's a T.J. Hockenson touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for them, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Starting from the 5. This makes it up to the 25. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. And you know who the ball is going to when they reach the red zone. He's currently top 5 across the NFL in rushing scores this season. Packers getting set here. 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Love from the gun. That's reeled in by Jaden Reed. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense. But the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down. So fresh set of downs now from the 39.
39-yard line.
Running on 1st here with Jacobs. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and
Send one of the tight ends in motion right. On 2nd down, Jacobs. Good running there to get around 6, but now they've got 3rd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short.
results in a 4th down.
They'll run for it. Jacobs. And he stops. The call to go for it from their own side backfires on him with a turnover on downs. And that's a great field position.
Turnover on down.
On 1st down, it's Mason. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 32.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Quarterback run here. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. Big gain, 14 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a 1st down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the
Working inside the red zone. He brings it in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 13-0 lead. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Reichert on for the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Packers nothing. Will Reichard.
Here's Reichard set to kick this away. This return starts at the 5. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. And up to Jacobs to start the drive. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock, you already got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock him backwards.
And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Third and just 2 to go.
A gain of 9 brings up third.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away. So he goes down. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up 4th down.
Okay, to get a sack in a down and distance like that tells me that's one connected defense. A front and secondary that plays to one another, understands one another, and even in a 3rd and short situation can get home for a sack.
The Packers send out their punting unit. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Secures this at the 17. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. The Vikings offense back to the field now. And while one sideline has 0 points, this offense, wow, they have had 0 issues so far getting into that end zone.
They are rolling right now, okay? And unless there's a speed bump on the immediate horizon, things are at risk of getting out of hand.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
From the gun, Mason. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel it in. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
And the Vikings.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Connects with his back, Aaron Jones. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. So we're through one as everyone tries to stay warm on what has been a very cold night. Our score, 14-0. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Willie Cooker with the tackle.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets him just as many yards as a short completion would have.
McCarthy operating from the pistol. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones gets it. Drops by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
Now it's McCarthy. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Throw here, 3rd down. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
Will Reichard on for the field goal. A 40-yard attempt.
Reichard connects there. will add to their score.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and get it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
Return coming from the 6. Now bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Coach Matt LaFleur ushering his Packers offense back to the field. And things starting to get a little out of hand for him, Brock. That last score made it 17-zip. So first and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
That's the kind of yardage that's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now second down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Play fake, it's Love. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's good for a Packers.
Thrown on first down, Love. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now second.
Back to the air. Love. Hits him on the in route. And they make the tackle at the 38. Offense getting set. Here's first and 10. Once more, it's Love. Going all the way to the end zone here. Oh, that's a tough one. Couldn't bring in the touchdown clean. It falls incomplete. It's going to be second down.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
Loves to throw again. This is complete. It's Matthew Golden. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Stick it in the air. Love. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Looking for Christian Watson that time. And 4th and 4 coming up. Well, they're in a pretty big hole already, Brock. They're going to pass on the field goal and keep chasing that touchdown. They're going to go. It's Love. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to be out of bounds. Looks like a yard or 2 short of the 25. They'll come up on first and 10.
That's another Packers first down.
Jacobs running behind center. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Love looking to pass. Now setting up a screen for Jacobs. And he's tackled for no gain.
Okay, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
Throwing his Love on 3rd. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers start to fight back with their first points of this game. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Nevis with a point after. And the Packers cut the lead down to 10.
17. Packers 7.
That lead trimmed just a bit. Down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And you can see he's in chase mode, trying his best to catch the league leader in receiving. Right now, sitting in 2nd place. First play of the drive, and he takes an option left. Solid running here. That's 9 yards as he brings up 2nd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a give up the middle to Jones. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. New set of downs for him. It starts at the 38. Straight ahead. Here's Mason. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. That was Micah Parsons making that play.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the 39.
The give here on 2nd. Fighting for all he can, partner, but this play is not going to get past the line. It's going to be 3rd down.
A 1-yard pickup.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. The Packers are all over it. He goes down. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
This offense has been in a rhythm, settled in and found it in the first half, but hopefully that sack for this defense can disrupt that rhythm just a little bit. Kind of reminds me, Kate, in baseball, when you're facing an elite pitcher, just get somebody on base. Just make that pitcher think a little bit. Hopefully that sack for this defense does the same to the QB.
The Packers take their first time out, and they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. On 4th down, here's Lou Headley to put a drive into it. And we'll see what kind of first impression he makes tonight. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. I guess he didn't really quite know his own strength there. That kick cleared the end zone entirely. It's going to be a touchback. The Packers and Jordan Love set to take over again. And we're all hoping his hot start can continue. He has been putting up some numbers early in this contest. Handoff here to Jacobs. And they're going to bring him down after his play rips off quite a chunk of yardage there, up to the 30. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Quick throw out wide by Love. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 30.
Love out of the shotgun. He completes it in traffic. And he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37.
Gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Love to throw. Bucket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. As they'll get together and discuss with 4th down coming up. Press way on to punt. And they could really use a good one here. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Pulled in at the 20. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up past their own 30. The Vikings now set to take the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. 1st and 10 from the 32. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. 2nd and 3 now.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
McCarthy throwing here. Completed to his running back. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
And the Vikings
back to throw. Here's McCarthy. It is caught left side. And he's forced down bounds after picking up about 7.
Out of bounds at the 47-yard line. It's a gain.
Another throw here for McCarthy.
2nd and 2.
Still has some space inside the 35. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Minnesota spends its 2nd time out here. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. All set to go now from the 35.
1st down, Vikings.
Throwing on 1st, it's McCarthy. Throwing the out route complete. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
To Ty Felton. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Field goal unit out there on 2nd down as they try for 3 here before halftime. He was good on his first attempt and his second from a little over 45 here. Reichert connects there. And just before halftime, Brock, they're able to add 3 to their advantage.
We know that most of these coaches really don't crack that big smile until they get that W with 60 minutes over, but I see a little sly smile on that coach's face because that's terrific execution. You work those situations to pay them off with points. They did just that.
Here comes the final play of our first half.
Their own 35-yard line.
One final shot before the half. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. His final shot of the half will not connect. That falls incomplete. No time remaining in our first half. Gonna have to make those halftime adjustments on the fly. We're skipping right through to the starts of the third quarter. Mevis ready to send this one away. Here's a return from the 7. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And he's up over 80 receptions on the season. An impressive number, and it's good enough to sit him among the league's best as well. First play in the drive. Here's Mason. This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
We take a break from his regularly scheduled programming of pass coverage duties to see him adding a little contribution in the run support. And his teammates, you can just see the body language. A little nod, a little grin. They'll welcome the reinforcements every time.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. This one's to Hawkinson outright. He is taken down as he drives this to the enemy 40. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Finds the in route complete. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Here's a design run. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. A give to Mason. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. In for the tackle, that's Lucas Van Ness. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, McCarthy. As a man, Justin Jefferson. And they're going to have 1st and goal as he gets this down to the 4.
First and goal, Minnesota.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things: separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks. That's the trust. And then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
So much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal. After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. They go to him again. And this is headed the wrong way. He's closed in on for a loss. These last 2 snaps may have forced this drive to what might be its last play here, Brock, and we can confidently say there's not going to be another run here on 3rd down.
Yeah, I think it's time to let the passing game get going and really trust your quarterback here, who's got to compensate for 2 negative plays.
3rd and goal for McCarthy. Catch made. And that's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings grow the lead coming out of halftime. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. And they've loved the scoring production he's brought out of their offense. That touchdown gives him 10 on the season. Here's McCarthy leading them to the line. They're going for 2.
The Vikings will line up for the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. Caught at the 2. And he's into the end zone. That play adds a couple more to their lead. All right, Brock, they win empty. We all expected a pass was coming, and they do indeed go to the air and connect sacked on that strike for 2.
Yeah, once you empty that backfield, it does certainly, Kate, alert that defense to pass. And then it comes down to disguise. It comes down to timing, especially on a 2-point with everything condensed. Well done by that offense to go get 2.
Green Bay offense to the line now. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Love. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. We'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10. Play action. Love. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground.
Incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Throw here. 3rd down. It's cut right side by Watson. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. To the line and set. Here we go. 1st down.
That's good for a Packers 1st down.
Now Love on the play fake. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Intended for Matthew Golden. Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd and 10.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
It has been a tough slog for them to keep up at any point in this game. And failing to convert on that 3rd down, yet another symptom of the overall illness of the day.
And another mistake for them here. This punt had way too much on it. It's into the end zone for a touchback. Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 once again from the 20. Here's McCarthy to throw. Finds him over the middle. And this is going to be a 4-yard gain. They're out to the 24. Without set, this is 3rd and 5.
Yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
McCarthy to throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Vikings 1st down. A gain of 9 yards.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum to keep that defense on its heels.
First and 10, he keeps it on the option. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. 2nd down coming up.
Parsons on the tackle. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 34-yard line.
McCarthy fires out wide. Complete. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
McCarthy throwing on 3rd down. This is Jefferson, and he's got it. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings trying to end this before the final quarter. It's a Justin Jefferson touchdown.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
Reichert on for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings continue piling on to this lead. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Packers all set to get back out there. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. A gift to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Kicks the handoff, now Love. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Third and long for him here. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he's been getting all of it every time out. And this doesn't just reach the end zone. He kicked that one all the way through it for a touchback. The Vikings and Justin Jefferson ready to go to work again offensively. And I think by this point we can all agree, Brock, that he is not going to be stopped until the clock stops at the end of this game. He just continues to make catches count in this second half. They'll start this series with an option left. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's his favorite target again here. This is Addison. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. It's the Vikings with it to begin the 4th, and this game entering blowout territory. Packers going with a dime set to get this third down stop. To the air on 3rd and long. Another one to Addison. Ooh, before he can find any yards, he finds that sideline instead. That's going to bring up 4th down. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Green Bay offense about to get started once more. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Putting the tight end in motion. Love with it on first down. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
First down throw, here's Love. Now setting up a screen for Jacobs. Down the sideline to the 45. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. No set of downs for him. He'll start at the 38.
That's another Packers first down.
Now a run with Jacobs. And that is exactly what they were after, Brock. A good 8-yard run there on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Love out of the shotgun. Gets it downfield. On target to Watson. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Christian Watson with the touchdown. Well, Brock, this one has not been good to them so far, but they are still fighting and able to get in there for 6.
Just a drive that was all about scratching and clawing. As much as anything, Kate, it was just a pride drive if we get your job done.
Levis ready to send this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Escapes the defender. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Vikings and their QB J.J. McCarthy returning to the field on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Running left side by Jefferson. And he gets this one out to the 40-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
First and 10, he keeps it on the option. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. The ball's on the 48. Here we go, first down. Mason gets it from the gun. And they make the stop after giving up 6 yards. Good run on first. It's second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second and 4 at the 42-yard line.
Another run for Mason. And all he can get is a yard here, Brock. It's going to be third down.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up third and 2.
Throwing now on third and 2. Competition holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of fourth down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
The Vikings getting their punt team out. Lou Headley will kick it away. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. Now here comes the Green Bay offense. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Love now on first and 10. To the left side, pulled in by Golden. And he will get to that 30-yard line before they stop him. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10.
That's good.
Shotgun now for Love. Vikings get there. They're going to win this round. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up second down.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home that sack.
Gonna need something special here. Second and 20 following the sack. Love from the gun. He's gonna dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. Pop on the line here on second down, which is only gonna make things tougher for this third down coming up.
Back at the 16-yard line.
Here he goes, third and long. We'll check this one down. Complete to the fullback. Well, he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line.
25 yards on the play. And the Packers first down.
Play fake, it's low. Connects on the crosser. He's quickly taken down with a gain across midfield. They're now to the opposing 47.
4 yards. That's another Packers first down.
Thrown on first down, Love. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that. So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. Well, Brock, I think